Imagine a war where bombed bridges and destroyed power plants don't disrupt the enemy's core finances. In the ongoing conflict with Iran, this is the unsettling reality. As we dive into the narrative, we uncover why targeting civilian infrastructure fails to weaken the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or the IRGC. In this American-Israeli war against Iran, initial strikes focused on military targets. Factories, vessels, and missile sites were prioritized to minimize civilian impact. But as April approached, the strategy shifted. U.S. strikes began damaging civilian infrastructure, aiming to cripple Iran economically. However, this escalation seems misguided. To grasp this paradox, we must recognize there are two divergent economies in Iran. The first affects ordinary Iranians. Prior to the war, this economy was weak. Unemployment soared, inflation approached 50%, and currency devaluation soared. After the conflict began, prices climbed even higher, resulting in protests against the regime. In stark contrast, the second economy thrives. This is the domain of the IRGC, an elite military organization that operates a financial empire largely detached from the struggles of ordinary citizens. Even in turmoil, the IRGC remains financially robust due to its reliance on oil, domestic production, and functional trade networks. The IRGC controls nearly half of Iran's oil exports. They've built a shadow economy that effectively bypasses Western sanctions. A fleet of tankers operates stealthily, ensuring oil reaches buyers in China and elsewhere. Despite military hostilities, this oil export revenue has remained stable, if not increased, providing the IRGC with substantial war funding. But oil is just the beginning. The IRGC boasts a vast manufacturing empire that covers multiple sectors of the Iranian economy. With foreign competition now absent due to the war, these IRGC-linked firms are capitalizing on the lack of imports. Prices for their goods surge, creating a lucrative business environment amid chaos. Additionally, the IRGC commands Iran's borders and ports, influencing the smuggling trade. Pivotal shifts in global trading routes have allowed the IRGC and its networks to flourish. While legal imports have dried up, the demand for smuggled goods has skyrocketed, further enriching the IRGC. However, the heavy burden of war falls on regular Iranians. More than 11,000 strikes have severely disrupted daily life, with inflation skyrocketing and basic services stagnating. Painful economic consequences have spiraled for civilians while the IRGC continues to prosper, insulated from the war's devastating effects. The crux of the issue lies here. Bombing civilian infrastructure fails to undermine the IRGC's sources of income. Their financial model is disconnected from the ordinary economy. Strikes might deepen civilian suffering but do little to harm the IRGC's war funding apparatus. To truly impact the IRGC's financial foundations, one would need to target oil exports. Doing so would require confronting China's involvement in processing this oil, a risky move economically and diplomatically. In conclusion, this conflict reveals essential truths about modern authoritarian regimes. While the IRGC exploits war chaos, ordinary Iranians bear the brunt of devastation. For military campaigns to be effective, strategic focus must shift from civilian targets to the core financial lifelines of the IRGC. Without this critical re-evaluation, the war within the war will continue, one clearly visible, the other shadowy but resilient. Consider this: in Iran, the economy that can be bombed is not the economy that funds the war. The military campaign and economic strategies are at odds, creating a deeper rift that may not easily resolve. What's the next step? Awareness and understanding of these dynamics are vital for informed discussions on conflict strategies. Explore more, share this knowledge, and engage with this pressing issue.